Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are at day 497, documentary series from zero to millionaire. We have 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and we have an average of 10, maybe 30, 10 to 30 views on our videos. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is 12th of July 2026. We have 900 bucks on our Binance account in crypto. We have 1.1 thousand left from our savings, which we saved up from our 9 to 5. Another 500 is the money we earned in 2025 from making one website to one client. So we are roughly at 2,000+ of net worth in cash, not net worth in cash. And here we are. It is 9 p.m. and we had 2 hours of learning computer science today. We are about to finish this course, I would be happy to say, because there are 10 lessons in this course, which is, let me tell you, is Harvard Computer Science 50. It is a free online course, and the first 5 lessons out of those 10 lessons are in computer programming language called C, which is the kind of programming language you use for programming robotics, or basically very niche, very like low level, and thus very hard programming language to learn. And we have studied 4 out of those 5 lessons, and I'm about to finish the homework for the lecture number 4. If we do that, then we're gonna be only 1 lesson left, inshallah. And if I complete that, inshallah, this week or another, from there on it's gonna be much easier, and we're gonna complete it, and we're gonna get a certificate. And yeah, regarding content creation, well, this is part of content creation. I also want to get back to, yes, I have quit making short form when I went to college in May. So in May of 2026, I went to college for 1 month, and in that period I couldn't make short videos. I quit making, and since then in June I didn't make a single video. So I want to get back, and I want to make much better videos, at least try to make much better videos. I don't really have any ideas. If you have, that would be great to leave in the comments. But there are mainly 2 things that I have discovered, like from what I see on the internet in general. Actually 3, we can say. So there's authority building, you can say authority building videos. So from the research that I made, I spent 2 hours today making research, 2 hours today studying computer science. We did 30 minutes of gym and 30 minutes of reading Quran. So we did, I think, 5 hours of useful work, which is not too bad. And basically, getting back to content creation, I want to make this kind of documentary series on my Instagram as well. I think we're gonna be starting from day 1 and not day 500 like here on YouTube. But yeah, so these were some of the good things that I could share with you, and I'm glad that I have some good news for you. But then there are some of the things which are happening in behind the scenes, which I would like to tell you about some of those. So there are 2 people in this entire thing, in my life, so you can say in some way. So the agency which I am trying to build right now and make money out of has another person. It's my co-founder. we're trying to build together with. And right now we sort of have this uh, unclosed argument, or whatever you want to call it. Yesterday, we spent 1.5 hours on a meeting talking, and we have at least resolved the argument of who is right and who is wrong, and we ended up in a situation where both of us just understood the points, where each of us are coming from. What am I trying to say? If I speak in a human language, we are stuck. And I just want to share it because, I am not proud of it. Don't think that everything that I share here is like Instagram, where I share everything I'm only proud of. There's so many mistakes. I was just ashamed of saying them out loud that I couldn't even press the record button and talk about it. But this specific one is not that bad, thankfully. What we were arguing about is basically, in the beginning of 2026, we tried to change our niche a bit, the kind of people we work with, the kind of clients we want to work with, because we had this bad experience of working with a very bad, not very bad, but kind of a low ticket client in 2025. You know him from I have said it many times, from July to December we had only one client, and that's the person I'm talking about. We were charging $400 a month for maintaining their website, making blog posts, and we were making organic content for them, short form, on like 3 or 4 social media platforms, and we were charging only $400 a month, which is 200 and 200 for both of us, which is not a lot, but alhamdulillah. And it was very kind of a bad experience for us. We wanted to charge more and they didn't want to pay more, so it just ended up in being in a situation when we didn't want to work as much for this kind of money, and they didn't want to pay us more because we weren't working this much. So just an endless loop. And so what my co-founder came up with, he said we're gonna be working with info business owners, and we're gonna so let's try to invite them to an interview. Let's make podcast, invite our potential clients to an interview, and try talking to them. We will make a list of questions out of nowhere, and we will try to understand their problems so that we can come up with a solution to their problems. And so as it turns out, from the last meeting, he was hoping for that we will be able to make a SaaS software, software as a service, for their problems, and it's gonna be win-win. Like, we're gonna charge them monthly retainer to access our software, and they're gonna resolve their problem, which wasn't the thing really resonated with me completely, because we didn't like talked about what kind of problem we're gonna be solving. There was none of the discussion. So my side, what I was telling is that let's do websites, we gotta do is find the same client like we did in 2025, but find a better one. That's all what it's about. Like, find a person who appreciates our efforts more and can pay us more, and that's kind of it. Like, we will build software one day, but we're not ready yet. It's just simply as that. Simply put, like, we don't have neither enough knowledge or we have money, or we have time, even in some degree. I mean, he dropped out of school and he has to, I dropped out of college, he dropped out of school, so we have to like come up with something as quickly as possible, you know, so that we can, you know, get out of our home countries, meet up. Otherwise, if we're gonna continue sitting in our home countries, we're gonna get swallowed. We're gonna get swallowed by our family members, by our moms, about what we did. You know, we dropped out of college, we dropped out of school, and we're sitting at home all day in front of our computer. Like it just wouldn't. It just would make a lot of trouble for us. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't agreed on anything. At least I'm happy that we said things out loud as they are in the last meeting. And I just hope that we're gonna be able to agree on at least something. And yeah, right now it's 12th of July 2026, and instead of, you know, it's almost half of the July passed, including January. It's like 1.5 months since we were free and we could have get back to outreach, get back to trying to find clients, and we just didn't do any of that. I'm just being honest right here, but we're trying, ladies and gentlemen. All that content I'm making, if you notice that I'm trying to be more consistent, I'm trying to, like, you know, doing a lot better, as you can see on this graph. See, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Peace.